What's going on, everyone? It's DV, and we're back in Islands, and today we're going to be covering a couple of things. One is there's a new spellbook revamp in the game, and we have a couple other things like a new banning permissions. Actually, it's just a straight-up new permissions window. It's a lot like kind of Bedwars style, but a little unique to Islands, and we got some other stuff, and I'm going to show you everything you need to know about that update. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you like Islands. I mean, if you want more Islands videos, hit that like button. Also, it does help, by the way, if you watch more Islands videos. It does help. It tells me you want more of these. So let's get to it. So first things first is we do have a new spellbook revamp. So the old spellbooks have been done away with, and we got this new setup here. So I'm gonna get my spellbooks out real quick. I got 3 of them. I have the title. We also have the regular spellbook, and then we also have the ruby staff, which, you know, I'm not really gonna cover the I don't think the static actually has any kind of charge, because static's not really the same kind of projectile setup. So I'm just gonna really show you these. Now, one thing you're gonna notice is you can now hold down. Now, I do know mobile's been bugged, okay? So a lot of you mobile players have been telling me, DV, this thing's really bugged. I hate this update. Yeah, I totally hear you. I'll let the devs know about that, but not much I can do about it. Hopefully you'll get kind of what we're getting with maybe this whole nice charge. It's like a charge up. So check this out. So you can still do your normal like little single blast like this. One thing you're gonna notice is the actual projectile doesn't go straight anymore. So it used to go straight. So like if you could like point downwards and it would just go straight like that. But now you can actually like aim it in first person. So you can still do this in third person, like it'll still go across, right? So, you know, if you do this, it's just going to go straight across like the old version of the projectile. So you can still do this. You're still going to do, you know, a certain amount of damage. So you can see, like, let's see, it's it just went right through them. That's one thing I have noticed is the projectiles are kind of tighter. Like they don't hit exactly anymore. So you kind of miss more, at least on the smaller, these slimes. But one thing you'll notice if I actually aim at them, it's a little easier to hit them. Maybe. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, slime? Dude, oh, it's lag. That's why. One thing you're going to notice though is you can now charge up your projectile. So I'll show you that right now. So if you go like in first person, I like to, you know, play in first person generally speaking. So what you can do is you can now hold up and you see that little progress bar. If you release, you do way more damage. The other thing you're going to notice is that you can actually aim your projectile. So previously, like I was just showing you, it just goes straight across, right? You can't like aim it. So if like something was higher up, so say there's like maybe a mob stuck up here, before if you do this, you can only like aim it flat. How are you supposed to hit them when they're up there? You have to kind of get up here and then you got to like be level with them, right? Now, if you're in first person, you can actually aim upwards. So this is something I used to wish I could do, and they finally added it. And you know, it's not, I don't know, I think they need to increase like the projectile size, like the collider, but so because it's kind of hard to hit them sometimes. But you can see I just hit them while I was down here, so you can now aim upwards. This was also, if you remember the witch update back when we had the first Halloween update, it was with like the witches movie for HBO. If you remember that update event, you remember those pumpkins? They'd be like a little bit up on the hill. They'd be like right here, just slightly up the hill, and you couldn't hit them with your spellbooks. Well, now you can go, you know, and aim it upwards, which is really cool. So really nice change. One thing I wish they would do is make it so that it's just a little easier to hit these, because now that they hop so much, it's like they're hopping my projectiles. Like sometimes they just go right through. Now I think they do increase the size of the projectile the longer you charge. So if you want to make sure you hit them, make sure you know, charge it up. The other nice thing is you can auto farm a little differently, and it's kind of improved. So I'm going to show you that in a second with the scorpions. We're going to go over here. I'm going to show you the damage on these things. Now, one thing to note, your damage on magic is built up depending on what your level is. So I'm level 95 right now. So the higher level you have on this, if you're new to the game at least, you might not know that your magic damage is actually buffed by the higher level that you have. So there's like a base damage multiplier. See how it says base stats? The higher level you are, the more magic damage you're going to do. So right now I do 285% magic damage, and it gets pretty crazy. So watch this. So if I go over here, and this is with just the title, and I release, you're going to see I just did 200. I think was that 280? Let's see that again. That was 250. This one's doing 250. Now, if I use the regular spell book, which if you didn't know is the most powerful magic weapon in the game, not from a usability standpoint, but just from a straight flat damage, the spell book does the most damage. And if I charge and do this one, let's see what it does. Looks like I'm doing 275. Let me do that again. Yeah, I'm doing 275. Now, one thing you can also do is, you know, eat some starfruit cake. We're gonna do that real quick. All right, there we go. And 344 damage with starfruit cake. That's crazy, right? So it's 2 hits now to be able to kill a buffacore. Now, even without the starfruit cake, it's still 2 hits for me, but for you, it might be a little different. So the nice thing about that is, like, maybe if you're doing a boss, you can use ruby staff too, and ruby staff's gonna give you, let's see, 275 probably? Should be like 275. Whoa, that's like 313. Let me check the title again. Yeah, 313 with starfruit cake on the title. So ruby and title are the same damage. The difference of, you know, obviously ruby is gonna heal you whenever you cause damage, and it like heals nearby players too, which is really nice if you're doing a boss. Okay, so that is the main change. A lot of people don't like it because, like I said, mobile is problematic. There's also a lot of complaints in the community, which I don't necessarily agree with, but they think it's too OP breaking the game. I don't think massive damage is breaking the game. We've had massive damage in this game for a while. They've buffed like certain mobs here and there. You know, it doesn't really make a huge difference, okay? What breaks the game is dupers. So, you know, making these more powerful is not that big of a deal. You can relax a little bit about complaining about the damage of weapons in the game. More than anything, though, you know, the devs do know that combat does need more of a revamp than we currently have. They do know that. I've had a lot of conversations with them about that. And, like, you know, like, it doesn't make any sense that magic weapons do, like, an intense amount of damage compared to, you know, any melee weapons. Melee weapons are kind of eh. I do like this new mechanic. It is a little laggy. The projectiles, you know, the collision needs some improvements for sure. Mobile users are a little angry, so they'll continue to, you know, fine-tune it. A lot of this stuff, like I said on my live stream last weekend when I was showing the update, the devs are working on stuff that you don't really see. They're working on underlying stuff, and so a lot of the times you're going to see smaller updates, but they're working on some bigger stuff. I've been saying that for a while now, but this is, you know, I'm definitely seeing the proof in my discussions. What else? Let's see. I want to show you the new permissions menu. I think I have to be, let's see, you have to be back on my island. So let me go back to my island, and I believe I have to be, yeah, I believe there has to be another player on my server. All right, I got an alt joining right now. I should be able to ban him, but for some reason, oh, you know what? The button just didn't load on me. Okay, so there's like a little lock icon here. It's the old permissions lock. So let me reload real quick. I don't know why it's not loading. All right, now it finally shows. Okay, it finally shows. You see the lock here. It says manage island permissions. I don't know. Maybe because I'm by myself on a VIP server. I don't know. But you can click on this and you're going to see this new window. It's pretty cool. So you got a players list right here. You can see I've got Fast Islands, which is my alt. Now, one thing you'll note is that this is showing the actual username, not their display name. This is a big problem in the game because usually when you're talking to someone, so let me show you. So if I over here, IDV, you'll see right here it says beep beep hi DV. It doesn't show Fast Islands. It just says beep beep hi DV. That's just the display name. So I did talk with the devs and they agree it would be nice to have the display name as well as their username, so it'll be a lot easier for you. Hopefully they'll make it so you can also type in like beep beep, you know, which is my display name. And similar to not Islands, Bedwars has the same kind of setup. You can actually do searches based on display name or username, which is really nice. You can also kick all, so if, you know, maybe a lot of people are just trolling you or raiding you or doing something, you kick all. The other nice thing is you can ban, so you can actually ban, and this will maintain, this will save for you. So if you have trolls that are like constantly like jumping into your published island, you don't want to, you know, ever see them again, you can ban them from your published island. It's so cool. Thank you, devs, for this. This is such a nice feature, especially for the trolls that we just can't seem to get rid of, especially hackers and stuff. You can also kick them if you want. You can also give them build permissions. The nice thing about this is if I click yes, it's going to warn me. So this has been something I've been wanting for over a year now. Thank you, devs, again. It says don't give permissions to people you don't trust. And it says I understand. Now, it would be nice if they put like they could keep stuff, or they could, but I think this is good enough. At least we have a warning now that, you know, you should trust the people you're giving permissions to. Maybe make people think twice about it. Now, if you accidentally ban someone, so let me go and ban this alt here. Do you want to ban them? You can click yes. They're going to get banned from the game. I'm going to show you the message what, you know, they see. Now, it's not from the game. Sorry. It's from the it's from your server in the game. So they can't visit you anymore. Like they just can't visit you anymore. Somehow they're showing up twice. I don't think it works if you're on a VIP server, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think it works on a VIP server because I'm able to still connect here. See that? So if it's on a VIP server, I think so this is mainly for public, I believe, and published, but in particular published. Like published is the biggest piece here for this permissions window. I don't think you're going to really be using this a whole lot on a VIP server. If you're on a VIP server, chances you're friends with them. It's not that big of a deal. Now you can kick them. I believe what this does is kicks them from your island if you're published. Again, not really going to work on a VIP server, but if you wanted to get rid of them from your VIP server, I believe you can still type in /kick and then their actual username. So Faster Islands. Let me fix that. Should say Fast Islands. Fast Islands. I think it is case sensitive. Yeah, it is case sensitive. This is what they're going to see. And you can see it says, you were kicked from this experience. You have been kicked from DV was taken's private server. So that's nice if you need to get rid of someone on your private server, especially if you're doing like a giveaway or something. That's usually what that's about. So if you have a giveaway and you're sending your private link, or maybe you are like maybe you don't have a publish ability, so you need to be able to do sales on your own island. That makes a whole lot of sense. That's why you'd be using this more. The downside, like I said, you can't ban them, so they can just keep joining your link, and you have to keep kicking them. That's the only downside. Hopefully the devs can look at, maybe banning from your island, period. That'd be kind of a nice feature. Now I'm going to go and publish real quick and show you what that's going to look like. All right, so I'm currently published just to show this example. One thing you're going to notice though is to see how it says my join code. Now this is not my permanent join code, but you're going to notice it says right here, reset join code. There's a little refresh button here now. You could reset your join code. It does have a 1 week cooldown, so you can't keep spamming it just to change it over and over and over. But it's nice that, you know, you can actually do that finally, so you don't have people joining you when you don't want them to be joining you. That was really unfortunate for me because I always had people on my island I did not want on my island, especially if I leaked it during a video. All right, so now I just had my alt join. You can see Beep Beep is back. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this works. So if I go and kick them, obviously it's going to kick them. I've already shown you a version of that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually ban them. But first I need to give them builds because I realized they have a Patrick trophy for me. Boom. I forgot I had a Patrick alt. My alt had a Patrick trophy on it. All right, now I'm going to ban them. Thanks for the trophy. Now you banned. So you're going to do ban. Are you sure you want to ban them? You go yes. It does take a moment, by the way. Don't like be surprised if it takes a while. It looked took, I don't know how long that was. And you can see it says you were banned from the island you were visiting. So that's what it looks like when you get banned. And it looks like people are joining now. So I'm going to go and kick them all because we do not want them here. Now, if you accidentally banned, you can actually go and click on unban like that. All right, something else I want to show you is, oh, you know what? Where's my anvil? I got 12 of them, but I have none of them out on my island. There we go. So one thing that they did also do, you're going to be really excited about, especially if you're a crafter or you sell these, they reduce the cost of the gilded steel rod. So if you're stuck on like a wooden pickaxe or like, you know, maybe an iron or even just, you know, yeah, iron or stone or whatever you might have, gilded steel rods only cost 3 now. So, or not gilded steel pickaxes rather. They only cost 3 gilded steel rods, which is really, really nice. Way cheaper. It used to be 5. The same thing, I believe, yeah, for axe as well. It used to be 5, so it's 2 less. They also increase the chance of getting, you know, finding eels, seaweed seeds, and propellers while fishing. So that's a nice thing if you're trying to grind for money. That's a really great way. That's a really great way to do it. They also level locked some items. So they level lock spellbooks. So if you go under magic, finally they're level locked. So you know you have to have. I think the regular one is open, but these, the title spellbook and the ruby staff, are closed off to level 20 and level 36. So you can't use the ruby staff right away now. That's only a little bit of a downside. Like before, I used to tell you, like as a noob to pro, just go buy ruby staff and then you'd be pro immediately. But yeah, you can't do that anymore. I believe you can get it from someone though. Still, like I think they can still give it to you. You just can't craft it, I believe. Yeah, so it's crafting recipe. Yeah, so you can still buy it. You just can't craft it. A little different. They used to lock it when they first came out with the level, you know, like the skill level system. They locked everything, and then everyone got so mad because they couldn't buy it, you know, use anything that they bought, and they made that update. They also updated, like I think, tools, so you can't use opal tools right away. I believe it's under mining. So yeah, you'll see opal tools down here. They require level 55. Same for axes for wood cutting. You can't use the opal axe until 44. It's kind of funny that it's 44 instead of 55. I think that should be 55. And then they also did some stuff for other weapons too. So they went through, I believe, not combat, but yeah, it looks like Rage Blade is all the way. Wait. Rage Blade is level 60 now. That's the merchant offer. That's weird. That's weird that it says merchant offer. Now, the only other thing I want to show you real quick is how you can auto farm. It's kind of bonus. Actually, this too, if you didn't see my last noob to pro video, they do have a blast furnace now. If you didn't see that, you can actually, it's pretty cool. You can now make these instead of a steel mill. So if you've been stuck with a steel mill, you can go and use a blast furnace, which will make steel for you. So all you got to do is put iron in there and some coal. It doesn't work with wool. It has to be coal or petroleum. So you can't just put wood in here. You see, steel gets really fast. You can load it up to like 50. Same with the coal. You can put a bunch of that in here. Pretty nice. So you can buy a bunch or make a bunch of these. They're pretty cheap to make too. I'll show you what they cost to make. So if you type in blast, pretty cheap. All they require is 50 bricks and 20 iron. Super cheap. Really easy to make both of those. So I want to show you one more thing though. I'm going to go over to the desert island here. I'm going to show you something really neat. So you can actually AFK farm scorpions. This is good for combat XP, especially magic. Anything else you want to do with these? Because of the angle change, remember first person, because of that change, you can now do this. Check this out. So if I hop up on the cactus, you can do this. And you'll notice I can just aim straight down, keep charging. You can also spam it still. You know, if you have like an auto clicker or something, you want to do an auto clicker, you can do that. You don't have to worry about this guy. You see, it's like really fast. I don't know if it's faster. Let me know in the comments below if you think it's faster. It feels like it's faster. So let me try an auto clicker. It doesn't seem faster with an auto clicker. The nice thing about the ruby staff is if you get poisoned, you can still heal yourself. Doesn't matter. And if you had a vampo, if they fix vampos, then vampos, by the way, if you don't know this, they actually heal you too. Very similar to ruby staffs. The difference is that they will actually remove the negative effects. But yeah, I thought that was a cool like little change here. A lot of players probably don't even know that this improved the auto farm ability because you can actually now aim. So it's giving you a lot of abilities for, you know, being able to like potentially trap some mobs so they can't get to you while you're auto farming. So like you could be higher, you know, lower, which you couldn't do before. Now in some cases you won't be able to do that because of the see how it's colliding on the rock. So it doesn't work everywhere. I found that the cactus worked the best. If you have a macro that can charge up like that, that'd be the best. But imagine being able to get all these ruby, like these golden ones are really good XP. They also give you a chance to get some golden claws. saws, as well as some Vampo blueprints. It's not really worth that much. I don't really grind these mobs anymore specifically because of that, but you could potentially get a lot of XP that way for your magic and level that up. Anyway, that's it, pretty much it for this week. We might have another update this weekend coming up in 2 days. 2 days? 1 to 2 days, yeah. So we'll see what we get in that time. I will do another update video for that. But also, separate update, my watermelon farm. Yes, I know I'm going to be coming back to it. I also wanted to let you know that I will be doing a video with Norbly pretty soon, who is well known for his auto farms. He's got a really nice watermelon farm or large melon crate farm. I'll be showing that build pretty soon here. I'll also be showing maybe one of his other builds. TBD on that, we'll see. But after that, I will be revising my watermelon farm as well and making an updated version just so you have some options. But I wanted to also just really feature one for Norbly because, you know, a lot of you use his farm and a lot of people want to be able to share how to make his farm, and that's what that video is going to be, is to really show off the farm and then also how to build it. So I'll show you all of that pretty soon. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I know you want to see more Islands videos like this one, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Man, this is fun killing these.